and welcome to the Cricket Bros podcast. And today, here I am, Rishabh Jain, your host, and I am with my friend Jay Naran Tiwari as a second host. So, Jay, the World Cup is in the middle now, and India has won 3 games in a row.
Yeah, man.
And India versus Pakistan was a hell of a game, man. And India Pakistan was something else. Pakistan,
Pakistan, like the fans again have to save their firecrackers for next year or some other game.
how many years do you think they would have to save their firecrackers still?
See, I don't see them winning this year because even Shoaib Akhtar, like their legend, fast bowling legend, has pointed out that they don't have someone like KL Rahul in the middle,
Hmm.
and the batting lineup is a bit concerning. And Shaheen Afridi, the way he gets paired with Naseem Shah, with the way he used to get paired with Naseem Shah, they had a kind of partnership with each other. And what I feel is that he is unable to find that rhythm with Hassan Ali,
Hmm.
or we can say Harish Rauf. Harish Rauf was the one man army in general too, but uh, Sharma smacked him, man.
Rohit Sharma hit the shit out of the Pakistani bowlers.
And it's not like Pakistan started off very badly. They started off very nicely
Mhm.
because playing in India, they don't play much cricket in India, but like
Yeah.
obviously they are familiar with the conditions and other things. So what I feel is like they they started off brilliantly,
Mm.
and but apparently they choked up later on because once they lost both their openers, uh, like I guess Imamul Haq was the second wicket.
Imam, yeah,
Imamul Haq
Imam
took
and
his time.
Abdullah Shafi.
Yeah, Imam. I felt like Imam was taking his time very nicely
Mhm.
and executing plans. I guess he lost his wicket on 36.
Yeah,
He batted brilliantly. Later on, Babar and Rizwan,
went on pretty good.
they also, showcased their class. And Babar has, like, the thing with Pakistan is it's just that, like, they have only two people right now whom anyone can be,
Relied on.
relied on. And you just can't rely on two people.
Mm.
If you see the Indian team, man, like Surya Kumar Yadav is the kind of player that's sitting outside. Surya Kumar Yadav, Mohammad Shami.
Mm.
These are the kind of players that are sitting outside. Ishan Kishan, he has lost his place to Shubman Gill. Obviously, Shubman Gill
Is a
is a better option any day.
yeah.
But man, like just see India's bench strength has that potential to be in the part of that 11. Experienced Ravichandran Ashwin was dropped after the first game.
Mm.
So you can see, and if you see the Pakistani team, who will sit, like it doesn't even look like their substitutes are. Mohammad Wasim Jr. is one of them. Hasn't played much cricket, and Fakar Zaman, who used to open the innings, man, he got that 2017 Champions Trophy for Pakistan.
But that was
The problem with Pakistani cricket is like the
they're
board
not
doesn't
trust the players.
trust. Yeah.
Trust the players and the management for like long time. They don't give them extra chances.
Mhm.
Whereas India, like I wouldn't say that Indian management also gave Ravi Shastri a long time.
But Ravi Shastri, like he at least made sure that we are number one in tests.
Yeah,
We
they
can
made sure that we had
won the
that
series in
dignity.
Australia. We leveled the series against England. He made sure, like,
We are out there.
yeah, we are out there. We are ready to fight, and we can do anything.
And even Pakistan coach Mickey Arthur is sitting in Derbyshire, training another team and giving out stuff on Zoom. Like how double face
So,
is that?
like Mickey Arthur, I've heard like the way even the ex players have said, like the current players who aren't playing, who haven't got the opportunity to come in the 11, they've said that he only picks his favorites.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't do if you are taking a team for the World Cup. The 15 people that you have, they need to be strong. They need to be resilient, and they need to be match winners.
Yeah.
Each one of them should be match winners. If we see Indian team, Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, like Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur hasn't showcased something, but he
Team
can.
believes. Teams,
When no one plays, he's the one who's gonna play.
yeah,
Mark my words right now.
because like see, Shardul Thakur is kind of a player who will bring your wickets at the important moments.
Yeah.
He's not a player like he will give you like he will be a player who will be going through the innings and then like giving you like taking 4 wickets every match, but
Yeah.
he will be taking wickets on certain point of match where you need it the most.
Yeah. And
Even what he did
yeah.
in the against England in
Mhm.
2021 and even in against Australia in 2020.
Yeah.
He-
It's just that like people are still telling this thing like why is Shardul in the playing 11? Mohammad Shami could be a part of 11. What I feel is like India already has two new bowlers, and these bowlers can bowl very nicely in the death.
Like they can
Jasprit
bowl in the
Bumrah,
middle overs as
yeah,
well.
Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, even Hardik Pandya.
Hardik Pandya can bowl up front.
Hardik Pandya can bowl up front. That's something. Then later on, you have like Shardul Thakur, obviously.
Mm.
And the thing with like Shardul Thakur is like he has never been that consistent. But when the thing is when no one plays, Lord Thakur plays. That's why he's called as Lord.
Yeah, and even like spinners have been doing really
Yeah,
well.
especially Kuldeep, especially Kuldeep, because the downfall that Kuldeep has seen,
Like
I
last
don't
2 3 years.
think I don't think any other bowler would have made a comeback like that.
Mm.
Any other bowler wouldn't have made a comeback like that.
Even Jadeja,
He was picked up ahead of Yuzvendra Chahal.
Yuzvendra Chahal would have been a really good prospect in these conditions.
I just don't know why he wasn't picked for the team, but I even won't say that I'm very much disappointed with the players that have been picked up.
But like, it's not about disappointment. It's about like trusting and giving a trust to the players.
I guess the reason why they picked Ravichandran Ashwin later on was just because of the experience and the like he can
But
bat. He
but
can
like
bat.
if we see Ashwin has played for India for like since what 2010.
Yeah.
He was dropped in 2017. He didn't play for like 4 years
After
ODI
Champions
cricket.
Trophy. Yeah. Yeah.
So literally, Chahal starts in 2016, is still playing, 7 years of experience, 7 years of experience. How do you compare both of them?
Mm,
Because Chahal has the same experience, has more experience in playing white ball cricket.
no, like what I feel is like the World Cup was in India. Ravi Ashwin has been bowling very nicely in IPL too. If you see that thing, and obviously Yuzvendra Chahal has been a match winner most of the times for India, even for Rajasthan Royals. And when he used to play for Royal Challengers Bangalore, because bowling in Chinnas for me, that too for a spinner, it's a hell, and like that's a you can't. The thing why I think Ashwin was picked is just because of his experience
Mm.
and knowing the conditions well, adapting to the conditions. Because if we see, he wasn't seen like even though he wasn't playing the game, but even in the drinks break, he used to come out, talk to spinners, and
Give his
that was something that like
the big
it's
brother
it's
role.
yeah, it's a maturity when it comes to cricket, because every player has a ego. Like
I will sit here.
I why should I go?
Yeah,
They've taken me in the 15 and are not letting me play. Why should I go? And I'll just to go give the water or anything else and come back. But Ashwin was the one, like we've seen him, guiding.
Mhm.
And that's mentorship is something that's very important. That's what I feel.
But like, would they like? Do you think India still needs a spinner like Yuzvendra Chahal now?
For the World Cup,
Yep.
I don't think so.
Mm.
As of now, no.
The narrative is changing day by day.
As of now, no. Because like the only thing I guess, even the selectors, the reason why they went up with Kuldeep was, man, like that man has built up, like, from getting dropped to getting picked. We have seen marvelous change in his bowling.
Mm.
And like when earlier there was an announcement made that there's a Chinaman bowler, Kuldeep Yadav, and that's the kind of feeling that we are getting back again. Like
Mm.
he was called as Bread Hog of India.
Like he's getting that confidence
Yeah,
back. Which,
yeah. He has got that. Just see the way he got out Iftikhar.
Mm.
Iftikhar played a bad shot,
But
but
the ball was pitched in the right
yeah, the
area.
ball was pitched in the right area. Like Iftikhar felt like it was KL Rahul's pad or something
Like,
that
yeah,
happened. But
something
obviously
dodgy
he
happened.
gloved it, and uh, the ball
Because
hit the
if
stumps.
he would not have gloved it, it was anyway out.
Yeah,
It was going to the stumps.
yeah.
I want to talk about Ravindra Jadeja here as well. Like we were thinking, like, yeah, he's a batting all rounder. He can bowl. He can give you some overs. But as soon as he came against Pakistan, the first ball he bowled, it pitched, it drifted away.
It was a ripper.
It was a ripper. The first ball he bowled, and
Yeah.
what did that do? It created a doubt in batsmen. Like,
So one thing that I noticed that day was spinners weren't getting wickets on that track,
but they were
but
getting economical.
yeah, they were bowling very economically.
Yeah,
Let it be Jadeja, let it be Kuldeep Yadav. Because obviously Kuldeep Yadav is a kind of bowler that every batsman wants to attack.
attack.
But if like the reason why I feel like Kuldeep has become a matured cricketer because he knows I don't have that pace.
Mm.
But if I pitch the ball in the right areas,
I can take
it's
a
gonna be difficult for a batsman
Mm.
because he's the one who has to put the maximum efforts.
Yep.
Iftikhar smacked him in the very first ball, I guess. First ball or second ball?
I think so. Second,
yeah.
yeah.
He smacked him, like, wanted to
Give us straight.
score up like flat six towards the leg side. But Kuldeep realized what Iftikhar's mindset, like what he was thinking to do at that very moment. Because if you see the upgradation, he just bowled it full, and we know what happened.
That was a hell of a ball, but yeah. Now coming to the Bangladesh match.
Yeah.
It's an interesting match because whenever
Mhm.
India faces Bangladesh,
Yeah.
the Nagin dance comes to my mind. Like, yeah, they were
So more than the dance, what I feel is like India. The thing with India and Bangladesh will be what I feel is uh, we just can't predict a match winner at the moment. This is what I feel because India is someone that doesn't play too much of cricket with Bangladesh. Or
why not? Why not they play?
they played in the Asia Cup
They
recently.
played in the Asia
played
Cup.
in the
They
Asia
they
Cup.
toured Bangladesh in
Yeah,
December.
that time we fucked up.
We fucked up. We
Yeah.
fucked up big time.
Yeah. And this is what I feel like because sometimes we consider them underdogs. If we are talking about just underdog feeling, day before, like Afghanistan versus England, Afghanistan smacked.
Afghanistan sprung a surprise.
Yeah. And
England was not expecting this.
the question came out of syllabus, and Michael Vaughan, the great England player, like, so as we can say, so-called great England player, man, like he just said, one of the finalists, semi-finalists is gonna be England. But after
It
that,
does not look like.
Virendra Sehwag obviously trolled him. But as I told you, like the underdogs are the most unexpected one, and I feel the India Bangladesh game is gonna be tough for India because both the teams, I feel like they have recently played cricket. Plus, Bangladesh has got back their full strength squad. This is what I feel because Mehmedullah is back again in the finishing role.
But
if that player settles in,
mm,
it's gonna be difficult to get him out because I feel he's the most matured cricketer in the Bangladesh team right now.
after Shakib,
I don't think Shakib is a matured player just because of his things that he has done.
he's the captain, man.
Yeah,
And you can't praise the
obviously
captain.
he is the captain. I don't know since when he's playing. At time I was a kid, and now I'm a
He's playing
I'm a
since
journalist, and
2007.
like talking that like I don't like Shakib. It's not like I don't like Shakib. Very good all rounder. But Bangladesh never saw ahead of Shakib.
They don't.
The same player they never saw ahead of Shakib because if we see India, like
Yeah.
they since 2015 World Cup, there was a thing that was going on about who's gonna replace MS Dhoni. It's a thing that Bangladeshis can't think because they have the same. If we see very closely, they have Mushfiqur Rahim and
They have Shakib.
Shakib. They have Mehmedullah.
They
have
Tamim Iqbal just got retired.
Tamim Iqbal. I don't know why he got retired, but I guess he announced a comeback later on.
I don't think so because like after the ODI World Cup, his future was anyway done.
Yeah,
The Prime Minister literally called him in his office like, yeah, you have to play for the country. He resigned. The day after, the Prime Minister calls him to attend a meeting with him and sit with him, chit chat. He takes back his resignation, and after a couple of days, he resigns again. and literally say that I'm not playing the World Cup.
Yeah, like I just don't know because you have the this Bangladesh team might be fine so far. What I feel, even the bowlers look decent. Mustafizur Rahman has got the rhythm back. Mehdi Hassan Miraz is there. He can like he's also a great fielder. Beyond batting and bowling,
Mm.
he's also a great fielder. And the rest team, it looks like there are few new players as well. New players as in who don't have that much experience. Taskin Ahmed is someone that I am looking out for.
Taskin Ahmed can, because Taskin Ahmed has a good record against Rohit Sharma.
Yeah,
Because like I think in 13 innings he has got him like 5 or 4 times, something
yeah.
like that.
Taskin Ahmed, I don't know like why, but not a someone like who can scare you off, but tight line and length.
Yeah, like
This is what I
he
believe.
takes the ball away from the batsman, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
been a major issue for
yeah.
Indian batsmen. Like
And what I feel is like the Pune wicket, Shardul might be the key for that game.
Mhm.
It's just my guess because I want him to play,
Okay.
and but we don't know. Like man, we our batting is deep
Uh-huh.
because till Ravindra Jadeja, or let's say till if Shardul plays, he can bat. If Ashwin plays, he can bat. The
Let's take Kuldeep as well. He can like
Kuldeep can rotate strike. That this is what I can say the most because let's just not expect everyone to do everything right now because we saw that England had 9 batsmen in their 11.
mm,
Out of their 11, 9 people can confidently bat. Mark Wood can later on smack,
mm,
even though he doesn't call himself a batsman, but he can smack.
he can smack.
He
Yeah.
can smack, and like Adil Rashid can bat too.
Mm.
So, how this team can lose that game was a question mark for me. But Afghanistan played really well. So this World Cup, it's still an open
Open
pitch,
ground for every,
open ground for
with
everyone.
Australia winning the match yesterday.
Yeah,
So
Australia winning against Sri Lanka, but uh, even though the game was finished in 35 overs, but this is not the Australian side
no,
that
no,
I've
no, no.
seen
But
playing in the World Cup.
the thing is, after two like roaring losses, they won the match in 35 overs. So that gives them a good uh, option in run rate.
Yeah, but see the with Australia, the thing is like just see the Marnus Labuschagne inning.
Mm.
It was so slow. Like
He had no option. No one was standing
yeah,
with him.
yeah, that's also concerning because Smith got out for a duck.
You can't
And
depend on Warner and Smith for every match.
it's
You
just
can't.
not about Warner and Smith. It's the concerning thing for me right now is like why the hell is Mitchell Marsh going as a opener?
Because
I know he can play as a opener. He
like
can come one
what
down also, but man, like that player, you should take someone like Cameron Green as a opener, I guess.
you can, but then like how are how are you gonna fit him in the 11 properly? Because if you miss out on Mitchell Marsh,
Anyways,
you're
Marsh is
missing.
not giving many overs. If you
But
see,
he's still giving you overs because once Travis Head comes to the team,
yeah.
he's gonna open for sure.
But I don't think so. Like Travis inclusion of Travis Head is gonna be something major because coming back from an injury, playing a game, I don't think so. Is he back for the next game? Because I
He is
guess
coming back to India on Thursday,
I don't
so
think so. He'll be available for the next game as well.
yeah, but like so at some point he will be available in the World Cup.
Yeah. So
So like till
in
then,
India now has like next two important games. First will be
Bangladesh,
against Bangladesh, and the
then
next one will be against New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand and India is a game that we have to watch out because
Mm.
even though we say like, oh, New Zealand, oh,
Nah, nah,
these people are
nah,
very
New
sweet.
Zealand, New Zealand.
We like India has to defeat them if they really want to
Like in
prove
India,
themselves.
when New Zealand plays in a world event,
Hmm.
India's never beaten New Zealand in a world event.
Yeah,
In
it's
India,
it's just a record that India has against Pakistan and in New Zealand has against India.
like they have not been able to defeat New Zealand on their home ground.
Yeah, it's also about possibilities. Like, what are the options that we can see? Because New Zealand has found out a player like Sachin Ravindra.
Mm.
And man, like,
He can smack. He can.
and what I feel is like New Zealand also, like Kane Williamson will miss out the next game against India, obviously. Uh, the Will Young will be back again
Mhm.
as a opener alongside. Uh,
I think Willing will come in the middle order. Rachin Ravindra and
Devon,
Devon Conway will
I
open.
guess Rachin Ravindra should be coming at number 3,
Like they can swap it if they
because
want.
I saw that kind of confidence in him when he was batting, and also he gave some overs and he got Harry Brook out. If
Mm.
it so if you remember the first time we were discussing the Harry Brook, we don't see him finding place in this 11.
Yep, yep.
Apparently, he has got a place in this 11
Because Ben Stokes is out.
because Ben Stokes. How can you keep him out? That's
It's not about the team keeping him out. It's the injury keeping him out.
it's not the injury. I guess he was available for the last game.
No, no, no.
He was available because
If he would have been available, one
as
of the
per
players would have
as
been.
per the sources, the thing is, like, even in the Indian Premier League, yeah, he was a part of Chennai Super Kings. He was just sitting outside the whole tournament, the whole league. He was just sitting outside. And if that's the reason why he's here, then there's no point of keeping Ben Stokes in this team.
They could have gotten a Jason Roy instead.
You had done like so much. You had done so much to got him, to ask him to take back his retirement. You have done so much thing. But if the player is injured right now, you guys have got Jofra Archer too. And I'm just not getting it. What exactly does England want to do? Or what they want to prove?
Mm.
Because uh, if this is the way they're going to play, England hasn't faced a big team yet.
Yeah.
England hasn't faced a big team yet.
But if they are not able
Yes.
to face Afghanistan,
Afghanistan played real cricket.
the one more thing I was like, the crowd in the stadium
Mhm.
impacted the England players
Yeah.
because it was almost every people in the stadium was Afghani.
Yeah.
The atmosphere got to the England team,
Yeah.
which could not get to the Indian team, of course,
Mm.
because Indians are more than Afghani people in the stadium.
But what I feel is like, bro, that in the World Cups, especially, fan fans don't matter a lot, I guess. Obviously,
The crowd does,
crowd
not even the fans,
the,
the
the
crowd.
thing with the crowds is like you can't just say that like there were Afghani supporters and because of that this happened. I I just don't believe in this idea, but
So
this might be a reason, obviously. But what I think is like Afghanistan played really good cricket, and they have Jonathan Trott as
the coach.
a coach of their team, and Ajay Jadeja is the mentor of that team.
Mm.
They have two people who, like, let's not talk about Ajay Jadeja, but let's talk about Jonathan Trott. Trott has been around England.
Mm.
If you've listened to his speech later on, he said like uh, he talked about mental peace
Mm.
and everything else. So just see like what would have been the environment in the team, because the environment also impacts your game.
That's what I'm saying.
And
The environment they were playing in,
yeah,
Afghanistan crowd support got over the England players
yeah, yeah,
because the crowd matters. Without when we were playing around without the crowds, nothing was looking lively. But as soon as the crowd started coming in, say after the COVID,
yeah.
the matches have been real good. Like they have been real
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, I agree with you on that point
because even
because
even if India goes outside India to play in
Mhm.
Australia or England, there is there is an English base,
Mm,
but more than the English base, there is an Indian support,
yeah,
which like pumps up the whole team. Like yeah, you have people standing behind you,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so that gives you extra motivation to go,
yeah,
and that's what Naveen Ulak
yeah.
used to get through the
If
wicket.
we are talking about India versus Bangladesh
Yeah,
now, because I guess
we have diverted a lot from the
yeah,
topic, but
the
yeah,
reason why we have diverted is because this
yeah.
World Cup is something where it reminds me of the 2011 World Cup, I would
Mm.
say. And I just wish things happen as per the 2011 World Cup. I just wish this thing happen. So if we see like the game will be
In Pune.
played at the Maharashtra Cricket Association
You know the
Stadium in
ground. You
Pune.
know the ground.
I know the ground is it's a 360-degree view from every side.
Uh,
That ground is something special, but it's just that we don't know how it's gonna react
mm.
because it's been a
Like it,
while that any game has happened
but
on that
like
ground.
usually it helps the pace bowlers. Like the seam and swing happens
Hmm.
at the ground more than the spinners.
Yeah.
Like spinners do come in the later part of the game, but I've seen like movement getting there. So
Last time when I saw like India was playing there against England,
England, the 2021,
yeah,
Prasid Krishna.
Prasidh Krishna won, and Shardul Thakur also smacked there
Mm.
with the bat. If we see that popular clip of Ben Stokes checking at his bat, that's why I feel like
Now, coming to the playing 11.
yeah,
So India would like to play the same playing
I guess
11,
they'll go with the same 11.
same 11.
There's the same 11, or if there might be one change, if it happens, it will be Shardul Thakur or Ashwin, but I don't see anything else happening.
I think they might play Shami.
I don't think so.
They might,
They don't need to.
but I think they might. I think. Then seeing Bangladesh, I think it's gonna be the same playing 11 for them as well. But they can add another spinner if they want. More like a young spinner to get Virat Kohli out.
Bangladesh. Let's not say this thing. I guess Bangladesh has like if we see the team Liton Das,
Litton Das can open, like, is opening the
he's
batting, of
opening the
course.
game, and they have Najmul Hossain Shanto, who's the vice captain as well.
Uh-huh.
And after that, Mushfiqur Rahim is for sure in the 11.
Mushfiqur. Without Shakib and Mushfiqur, what's the team?
Tanzeed Hassan,
Uh,
Tawid Hriday. Tawid Hriday has shown some kind of eh, talent,
Potential.
potential in himself,
Hmm.
and I see him in the 11, I guess.
He will be making the 11 because he played the last game
Yeah.
against New Zealand.
Shakib Al Hassan, like India will play him obviously. The problem with the team will be around when Mehdi Hassan will come to bowl.
Because Mehdi
Or
Hassan, Shakib, and one more spinner, like who can
yeah,
roll over.
Mehdi Hassan, and I guess you're talking about Hassan Mahmood.
Uh, even
Uh, Mustafizur.
Mustafizur can be a real threat because the left arm pace bowler.
Yeah. So Mustafizur, he just generally uses his cutters
Cutters
and
and wrists.
wrist movements, and I guess he needs to go beyond that. You're playing against India,
It's
you're
been
not
a long time. Like
playing.
it's been like 7 years or 8 years that he has been using the same
Yeah,
thing.
because when he was new, was picked in the Indian Premier League,
He's,
wasn't able to survive his position and
uh,
was dropped. You need to upgrade yourself every time.
but he's
We are
still
living
playing
in
the
the
World
world
Cup.
of artificial intelligence, and what
He's still playing the World Cup, so I wouldn't say anything.
no comments, bro.
But
Taskin Ahmed has experience,
Ruskin
has
Ahmed has
grit,
great experience, yeah.
and I guess he will be the man to watch out
Mm.
for.
I think according to me, Shakib will be a player to look out for.
The thing
Even
with
Nitin
Shakib
Das.
is everyone everyone expects Shakib to play and Mushfiqur Rahim to play.
No, I won't think Mushfiqur will be able to score any good runs, but
Mushfiqur, the thing with Mushfiqur is like he will play decently with everyone, but when Indians are playing, I don't know what happens to that guy.
something happens, but it won't happen this time, I guess.
Let's
But
pray that this happens like the 2016 T20 World Cup
yeah,
against
they are
Bangladesh.
trying to score 6 runs in 6 balls, and
Needed like 2 runs in 3 balls. How can you lose that game from there?
they wanted to look like MS Dhoni. Like, yeah, I would want to hit a six and win the match.
Let me tell you, let me also tell to our cricket
Viewers.
buddies, there's only one MSD. No one else is gonna come. Sorry, I'm having a very bad headache today. Just woke up and got ready for this podcast, but there won't be any other MS Dhoni. And
There is
you need to prove yourself if you're passing that kind of statements. Like, yeah, you need someone like Dhoni. Australia has never their players, they everyone who doesn't want a finisher like MSD in their team. More than a
Uh,
finisher, if you give me his brain, that's enough for
that's
me.
enough.
That's
That's
enough
enough
for
to
me.
like take like 10 years or 12 years of cricket.
Yeah, and I see the same kind of potential in Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma might.
What potential? If he loses his World Cup, will he be the captain?
I don't think India is gonna lose this World Cup.
If they
You have
don't,
to put this clip if India wins the World Cup.
I will put it. I will put it
You
on a
have
public
to put
record.
this clip. I am saying this publicly. The final game, like if India enters the final, India is gonna
Not
win
if,
the World Cup.
not if. You have told that India is winning the World Cup, so
The
you have
the,
to.
the top four teams for me will be India, South Africa,
Hmm.
um,
New Zealand.
New Zealand. I don't think so.
Okay.
They've. I don't think
Who
so.
else? Like England.
England also. I don't see.
So
I
who do
I
you?
see.
Who do Netherlands?
I let's say like if I say Bangladesh, I'll be a meme material. So I feel India, South Africa. These are the two teams. New Zealand can be a third team. Let's see, and fourth.
like, like according to me, it's gonna be
And,
India,
and I'm taking
South Africa.
and I'm taking the fourth name. Sorry for this, but I guess Afghanistan will. I can make it, or else like they'll finish fifth or sixth.
Like
I don't see them finishing in the end.
yeah, that's true because teams have taste. Like
And
England has showed that
yeah,
Afghanistan can
yeah,
pull off a heist.
yeah.
But according to me, India, South Africa, Australia, and they are gonna make it with Pakistan.
I forgot that we are recording this podcast in Australia, and I haven't said the Australia because just because of I just don't see that team coming into the top four just because man, like your team looks on good on the paper, but
Mm.
when you enter the ground, I, I just don't see like
I think Australia will start to
when I
pick up
was
from there.
young, like when Australia used to face India, I used to be scared. Oh my goodness, look at the team, look at the 11, look at Mitchell Johnson. Now, like he said, look at Mitchell Stark.
Like Mitchell Stark is still good. I would
Mitchell
say
Stark is like he's the one. Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, they have to go beyond like the same thing. The problem with them is like you just can't let Steve Smith, Labuschagne play in the same 11, especially in the ODIs. Test, both of them are great. I can't comment their commitment towards Test cricket when it comes to playing for Australia.
Mm.
We saw the great performance in the 2023 Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Test
Test
Championship
championship, yeah.
final. I'm so sorry. Test Championship final. You saw like everyone performed. I don't think like this team. I don't see them in playing like top 4
Mhm.
just because like I don't know like there's no salt to that dish.
Let's add pepper and salt in the next episode. We'll talk
Thank you
more
so
about
much.
the teams in the next episode. So thank you, Jay, for having this discussion. And I think it's been a lot of time, but yeah, we'll close it from here. So thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Keep watching the channel and keep supporting us. And we'll be back with another banging episode. So see you guys. Thank you.